Okay, cool. My stream died. Glad that didn't happen too much when I went 100 hours. But my stream died. My bad. My bad. God damn, this camera is really blurry all of a sudden today. It's having a lot of trouble focusing. But anyway. So yeah, like I was saying before the stream crashed, I don't really have anything to say or do today. I don't really want to spin the wheel. In fact, I will not spin the wheel unless you guys use the channel points. I don't really want to play any video games. Maybe a browser game like GeoGuessr or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know really what we can do. So I'm just kind of waiting and relying on you, chat. So stop fucking disappointing me and give me entertainment, give me content. Please. Alright, let's have a look. Most streamers, when they run out of the contents, they go to live stream fails, right? Well, we'll stay away from there, because that's probably a cesspool. Is there anything else that we could do, though? We could do a bunch of tier lists. Woo, you love tier lists, don't you, chat? Holding to my life. I'm back. You can't see me? I can see it on my fucking website. My stream is live, Izzy. Maybe you just need to refresh. Don't freak me out like that. Oh, that's one thing I need to do. I need to fix the wheel again. Man, if the wheel is broken, we do need to fix it. And the wheel is always broken. Let's have a quick look here. So I've got Apex 10 matches, Mukbang chat decides. I think that needs to be lowered to like a 5. Just in case it lands on it when I'm not hungry. 30... Okay, community skips. Do we need community skips? Like, +3 community skip, +5 community skip? I think I already added that, actually. We'll have a look. Euro Truck Sim, 3 short game, 3 short jobs. Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke Challenge. I feel like we could edit this and add some more options. So maybe like 1 hour. You know what? Just 1 hour. GeoGuessr Classic. Okay, this we could definitely add more options. Because there's a lot that you can do with GeoGuessr. We could do GeoGuessr play with your friends. We can... Here, let's have a look at Classic. There's the Daily Challenge. You know what? Let's add that. GeoGuessr, the Daily Challenge. What is Explorer mode? Pick a country to play from. Do your best, play the map in single player, and earn medals. So if I choose Australia... Oh, it's like a full 5 rounds. That's pretty good. Let's do like a fast speed run version of this. Yeah, that looks like that looks like Port Macquarie. Alright, that was Perth. Ah, this is fucking Queensland. I'm sure of it. I knew it was Queensland. Wait, is that Queensland? Oh, that's New South Wales. Shit. Ah, now this. That's probably not Queensland. I would say like South Australia. Maybe Alice Springs? Northern Territory? Okay, it was Northern Territory. It was Catherine. Wait, what, was that a dead... No, that's a tree trunk. I don't fucking know. Timbuktu. Let's say Alice Springs again. Alright, that was Melbourne. Alright. Cool. So then... Do I get medals now? Right. So what was that? That was Explorer mode. Let's add that to the wheel. GeoGuessr Explorer mode. Alright, what else do we have? End stream, gift a sub, 50 push-ups can be turned back on. Guitar can be... guitar can remain off only because I can't fucking hear. Retro night. Retro night is a hard one because that kind of just eliminates everything. Like, I have to play retro games. What is considered a retro game? There's muck, guitar. Come back to that one. Mute the streamer. Super Mario, Apex, buy a new game. I don't like the karaoke idea. I really don't. But it will stay, but I'm turning it off for now. Yeah. That stays. Okay, Fortnite can stay, but I'm not turning it on today because I forgot to update it. I need to remember to update Fortnite and anything on the Epic launcher. Here, let me put a reminder somewhere. Hold. I need to update shitty games like Fortnite. Reminder. Also, download SWOTOR. Excellent. Alright, what else do we have? Elden Ring, yeah. Okay. Guitar needs to turn off. Karaoke needs to turn off. Just for now. Yeah. Okay, that can turn back on. Start a new wheel. Removing that one. 1 hour of Hoi 4. That's what we need. Valorant spike match. Just one of those. What if I put something on the wheel that says take DZP away from one random viewer? But what if that person doesn't have enough DZP? What if I say take 10% of the balance of this random viewer? But then I'm gonna write that down as an idea, but I'm not gonna do it yet. Just make it Tom every time. That's a good idea. I like that. How you doing, Lima? And Adriano. That's a lot if the random was Izzy or me. That is true. That is true. But I think it's a nice counteraction to how many DZP raffles we have available on the wheel. Because I feel like Meme is 100% right whenever he says this. We are just funneling massive amounts of DZP into everybody. And it's just, what's the word that he uses? I can't remember the word that he uses, but it's absolutely true. It's just inflation. It's unnecessary inflation. As much as it's a nice thing to do for you guys, it makes the DZP less valuable. And that's bothersome for me. That's a big reason I really like the idea of media request. Because it's actually given it something of value to the DZP. You guys can media request and shit will actually queue up. You can media request now. The video won't show until I start the video system, but it will always queue. So you guys can have a nice list of videos for later. The only thing is Tom has an he doesn't have an auto approve. He's got an approval system, so he goes through all the videos and approves them. That's why if you were doing media requests and it wasn't working, that's why.
I rather the media request, please. Don't raffle our points plaza.
What do you mean? I rather the media requests, please. Don't raffle our points. You mean don't take the points? Not even just one? We have 1, 2, 3. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 DZP raffle options, and they're all at a really high rate as well. Not even just one, take 10% away from one random viewer. And I'll put it at 10% chance, not 30%. Actually, no, I will keep it at 30%. Just to make it fair. 100% that I'm sure I'll be constantly picked as the random. Well, no, it would be I would probably just go through a random selector. So I have the leaderboard, I don't know how far into it I would go. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. Let's see. So, like, maybe I'll only take the names in the top 100, for example, or a reasonable, people with a reasonable amount of points. Let's see. Leaderboard. So, I'd say, okay, that's the top 25. So the top 100, Catty Na has 1,300 300 points basically. So 10% off of 1,300. I think that's reasonable. You just take all these names, put them in a random selector. So it's a literal 1 in 100 chance that you'll get picked, and everyone has the same odds. If I was being fair, I know you won't like this idea, but the odds should be stacked against people who have higher, like essentially taxing the rich heavier. Jesus. In fact, what if I do that? What if I call it tax? DZP tax. DZP tax day minus 5% off top 25, let's say. And I'll put that to like a 10% chance. DCP tax day. Oh. And we would do like 10% off the top 50. I probably won't go further than that for tax day, because that would be a lot of effort. Just 50. You know what? Just do the top 25. But then what I'll do is like DCP tax evasion. You evaded tax and thus must be punished. You've been caught. Evading tax. Is that how you spell evade? Evading tax and thus must be punished. Minus 10% DZP total balance. Raffle top 100. You know what? Let's just do the top 25. Top 25 is a good marker for it. So if you're not in the top 25, you're safe. Because another thing is, top 100 is just way too much effort for me. DZCCP tax. Alright. I'm happy with that. Any suggestions before I shuffle it up? Ooh. Alright, this is a practice spin. I just want to see what it lands on. This doesn't count. Excellent. Alright. I guess that's another thing we could do. We could do, what's it called? We could do marbles on stream today. Yeah, we set it to 100 points because we originally had it set to 1,000. But that turned out to be way too costly for people. Oh. Alright. I cannot take Panadol, can I? 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. No, I have to wait an hour. I will take my eardrops in half an hour, though. How many tablets of Panadol do you take when you're sick? Because usually I always do 2. Apparently you do 1 to 2. I always thought it was always 2. Jess takes 3. That scares me. Like, does that not, like, increase your risk of overdosing? 2 every 4 hours. Yeah, that's what I do. If you're super sick, right. And it's maximum 8 tablets in 24 hours. So, hang on. No, I definitely don't take more than... Did I take 8 yesterday? Someone in the UK died from not following Panadol dosage recommendations. It messes up your liver. Shit. I'm American, I take all the medication however I feel like. Instructions are just suggestions. God damn it, Lima. You and your patriotism. America. Fuck yeah. Oh! Speaking of patriotism, Nutrigrain, everybody. You know what Nutrigrain reminds me of? The only person in chat that's gonna get this is you, Adriano, maybe Tom. Nutrigrain reminds me of Mr. Ross from my art class in school. So in Australia, we have this cereal called Nutrigrain. It's also like the sponsor of this Iron Man challenge, where basically it's like a big... Would you call it a tournament? I don't know. Like a race they do every year. And Mr. Ross won it. My fucking art teacher won. He was awesome. I loved Mr. Ross, man. He's so good. He was a shit teacher, but he was an awesome guy. I've actually met him a few times outside of school since. He came to my workplace and we had a good old chat, a good old yarn, as he would put it. And then, like, it got to the point where his wife had to be like, come on, we have to go. Stop bothering the man. He's such a nice guy, man. But I remember... So, Mr. Ross hated me in school. Because I sat next to Chris. And Chris made bird noises. And when Chris made bird noises, I would make bird noises. But not as much as Chris. And so whenever Mr. Ross turned around, we'd make bird noises. And then he'd turn around and ask, who's making those fucking bird noises? Nobody would say anything. But then this one kid, one time, Ollie, that little shit, Ollie, he ratted us out. He was like, stop making bird noises, Chris. And then Mr. Ross blamed me. And I got moved across the class. I remember when DeeZie did things because he wanted to and not because some digital wheel told him to. This is the darkest timeline. But I want to do most things on this wheel. What about this? This is the meta right here, T1. What if I want to do the wheel? Big brain. So many students took advantage of Mr. Ross and his school. So honestly, they did. I would confidently, with confidence, say Chris was one of those people. There was one time, Chris was actually really good at art. This one time, like, Mr. Ross is an amazing artist. He's not an amazing teacher, but he's an amazing artist. And so he started, like, walking around the class, and Chris is working on his artwork. And he's like, oh, you know what you could do, Chris? He's like giving suggestions, and Chris is in a bad mood for some reason, as he is. And Mr. Ross is like teaching him, like giving him advice. He's like, oh, let me show you what I mean. He's like, okay, yeah, whatever. He takes the paintbrush and starts painting on Chris's painting. And this is like for the HSC. This is the higher school certificate painting that Chris is making. And Mr. Ross, to be fair, he wasn't really aware of that. Like, he wasn't a very aware person. And it was an innocent mistake. But he's like, oh yeah, you know what, you could do this, you could do that. And then Chris is like, you're ruining my fucking painting. I never heard Chris shout that loudly before until I started living with him. And he went ballistic. I thought he was gonna punch him, man. He got in an actual aggressive mode where he looked like he was gonna hit the guy. It was horrible to watch. Funny now that you look back on it. Because another thing is, Mr. Ross was so nice, but when he got shouted at, he seemed like a fucking lost little puppy, man. He had like little puppy dog eyes, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it was so like pathetic. I love Mr. Ross, man. How you doing, Jess? How you doing, Izzy? Hello. Did you have Thompson as a teacher? Okay, yeah, so Miss Thompson was the science teacher that I was talking about the other day. So remember how I was saying, I don't know if many of you were here, I actually didn't do science as one of my electives. But Miss Thompson was actually one of the teachers, well, Miss Thompson was the science teacher who asked me to do science for one of my year 10 electives. Or year 11 electives. Asked me to do it in year 10. And I said no, and she was really upset with me. Because she loved me as a student. Actually, oh my god, I have a funny story, an embarrassing story, but a funny story at that. I think it was like year 7 or year 8, so I was still a kid. I would have been like 12. I was 11. I was 11 when I was in year 7. So I would have been like 12 or 13. And I was doing PT, but I can't remember her name, but it was some fucking old bag sub teacher, like filling in for, who's that guy? The guy whose brother is the Tigers coach, the NRL Tigers coach. Do you know who I'm talking about, Adriano? His brother is actually like the manager of, or was at least the manager of the Tigers. Doing good. You look a lot better. Antibiotics working? Yeah, hopefully they are. These are the antibiotics, by the way. Eardrops. Let's go. Anyway, point of the story. We had this sub-teacher, and she was an absolute cow. And everybody hated her. But I never really had a problem with her. But, like, she would just get mad at everyone. Even if you were one of the nice kids, which I was the nice and quiet kid who didn't do his homework. She'd get mad at you if you asked a question, if you, like, looked the wrong way. If you, like, she always had something to be mad at. And it was, like, the first time in my entire schooling career, I guess, if you will say, where it was just after lunch, and I didn't go to the toilet. I didn't go to the toilet in lunchtime, and I needed a shit really fucking badly. But I was like, I can hold it. I'll hold it until the end. Yes, Mr. Sheens, that's who I was talking to. So she was subbing for Mr. Sheens. Anyway, I needed shit so fucking badly. I was like, I'll hold it. I'll hold it. It's only like 50 minutes or so, and then I can go and shit, and I'll be late to the next class, but whatever, it doesn't matter. 10 minutes into the class, I'm like, oh no, this is coming out now. This is fucking coming out now. So I ask, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? She got really mad at me. She started like shouting immediately. You just like had lunch, you could have gone to the bathroom there. No, you can't go. Yeah, Tim Sheens. So Tim Sheens' brother was one of my teachers, Jess. Anyway, so every like 5 minutes, I'd ask. I'd be like, I really need to go. I'm going to shit my pants. There was even a point where I'm pretty sure I said, I'm going to shit in my pants right fucking now if you don't let me go to the bathroom. And from memory, like my memory is a little bit foggy about this, but I'm pretty sure she was like, do it. But anyway, point of the story is Miss Thompson walked past and looked in the classroom and saw me like crouching over like this desk. I'm like that. I'm visibly in pain because I'm holding in this shit that needs to come out. And she's like, oh, can I speak to him for a moment? She points at me. I'm like, yes, thank God. Stand up. Speak to her. She's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom, but she won't let me. And she looked in. She's like, just go. I'll give you 5 minutes. Just go. She was so like cool about it. And then she stalled the sub teacher that long that I came back and sat down, and the sub teacher didn't know that I'd left. It was great. I hated when teachers did that. I can't control my bowel movement. Exactly. Like, okay, fair enough. I was an idiot kid and I should have gone to the bathroom at lunchtime, but I forgot. I was having fun. And I was only like 12 or 13 at the time. Of course I had Mr. Daly. Mr. Daly was our year coordinator in year 7 and year 12. Mr. Daly was great though. So Mr. Daly also has a famous brother. He's the brother of... What the fuck is his actual name? I can't remember. Michael Daly, the politician. So, yeah. My school was pretty cool. I hated it, but it was a pretty cool school. I've heard that many times from Mr. Daly. Shut up, Jack, you're not funny. Oh, another teacher who I loved was Mr. Leary. Mr. Leary was possibly my favorite teacher. My favorite teacher who taught my least favorite subject. You'd think it would be math. But no, math was actually... I have nostalgia towards math because that's where I talked to Tom about WoW. And didn't know math. Mr. Leary taught me business. Mr. Leary was... oh, what the fuck? What was it? It was like... He was just built, like, really... He was probably more built than Mr. Ross. Really, like, built guy. Kind of bold. In fact, he was bold. I don't know exactly how else to explain him. Are you talking about school because of the Asian chick? No. So, actually, Izzy, yeah, pointing out the Nutrigrain. That's exactly why we started talking about school. So, we started talking about the Nutrigrain. And the reason we started talking about school because of Nutrigrain is because my teacher, my art teacher, Mr. Ross, won the Iron Man challenge that Nutrigrain sponsors. Yeah. I think he did business and programming. But yeah, Mr. Leary was great. Mr. Leary is so fucking funny. And he made business class bearable for me. But I hated business class. I was very bad at it. I did not understand it. Mr. Ursino hated me. He wanted to like me. Because he could tell that I was the nice kid. But I was so bad at the class that he taught that he was always like so... It wasn't that he didn't like me, it's that he was always disappointed. He was like a disappointed father figure. Yeah. I remember going into his class, the one time that I think I did something naughty, something bad in his classroom. I was really hungry. And this would have been in year 11 or 12. I can't remember if it was 11 or 12 because I can't remember when they allow you to leave the school premises to go and get lunch. I think it's year 12. I don't think they let you do that in year 11. But in one of those years, you get to leave the school grounds just to go and... Did Razan just get in voice chat? Yes, he did. Razan, I can't hear anything. So I can't talk to you in voice chat. And if I put myself in voice chat, stream can hear you, but I cannot hear you. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, so this one time I went to this chicken shop. It's called Chicken George. And they sell the dirtiest fucking fried chicken possible. Like, dirtier than KFC. It is terrible. But I was like, I need something in my body because I think I got out of school. I got out to lunch really, really late because something happened. Whatever happened, I got out to lunch really late. I only had like 15 minutes to go and get food. And I had like $2. And I went and I bought like whatever I could from this chicken shop. Came back and I was eating it. I was trying to eat it as fast as I could. But you're not allowed to bring food into classroom, of course, for obvious reasons. So I put it in my bag. And I start eating it under the table because I'm like, I'm really fucking hungry, man. I want to finish this food. I think it was Raylan. Raylan was sitting in front of me. I was annoying him, to be fair. And he dobbed on me. He fucking dobbed on me. He was like, Blake's eating in the classroom, sir. And he got so mad. I've never seen Mr. Orsino that mad. Was it Mr. Mackay that did woodwork or metalwork? I don't know. I never had that guy as a teacher. The year above us got banned from going out for lunch, so we weren't allowed. And that is how my first after school... that's how I got my first after school detention. I went out and got caught coming back. Oh. Okay, you got... That reminds me. You guys want to hear probably my most... My worst moment. My baddest moment in school. In my school career. Adriano, you already know what this is. The second I start talking about this. So, I was always the kid that didn't do homework. But with that said, I was also always the kid that never did my projects, my assignments. So, I think it was English class. I was really good at English, but I just couldn't be fucked. And there was this one particular project that I just left and I left and I left, and then I completely forgot about it. And if I didn't get that project in on time, I'm pretty sure I would have like failed the class. So I was like, how can I get out of this? Because it's the day that I have to hand the project in. What I could do is I could go to the library every second that I get, like recess, lunch, study periods, whatever, and just try and nut this out as fast as possible. Or I could jig school and pretend to be sick. Here's the problem. I'm already at school and I'm formulating this plan while I'm at school. So I've already announced myself at roll call, so I'm already here. I'm already signed in. I was like, fuck it, nobody will know. I can say that I'm like in the music rooms and I didn't realize, like, I basically just, I was so convinced I was going to get away with it too. That's the most horrible thing about it. Because okay, to be fair, I was a music kid at that point, or at least I was doing music. as one of my electives. And so as a result, a lot of classes that I had were interrupted by like guitar lessons and stuff like that. So that's exactly what it was. I was like, I'm in a guitar lesson. I didn't hear the bell. That was gonna be my excuse. So what I in actuality did was I just sat on the toilet. I sat in the restroom toilets and read a book for about 50 minutes. And then that was a good book, by the way. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember the story very well. That happened to be 6th period. So I'm pretty sure what I did was I tried to leave the school premises earlier than everybody else so I don't get caught. And that's exactly what it was. As I'm leaving, all I hear on the PA system is, "Can Blake DeeZie please come to the principal's office?" I repeat, "Can Blake DeeZie please come to the principal's office?" I am literally outside the principal's office as I'm leaving. Like, as I'm on the way out of the school premises. And the best part about it is the English class is just there to my left. And all I hear is the class erupt in laughter. And so I just fucking... I leg it. I leg it, and I catch the bus, and I go home. The bus ride home, I get like 5 fucking calls from my mom, 3 calls from Tom. Like everybody's trying to find me. I finally answer one of those calls, and I just thought really quick on the spot, because, okay, background story for this excuse. When I was a kid, all the way up until about year 7 or year 8, I used to get extremely bad migraines to the point where I was essentially like immobilized for 2 weeks. It happened every 6 months, like kind of on the dot. So they were horrible. They were absolutely horrible. So I was like, at that point, it hadn't happened for quite a while, but I was like, maybe I can get away with it and just say it's come back. So I answer the phone. It's Tom, and he's like, "Where are you? Mum's gone crazy looking for you. The school is worried. The school wants to know where you are. You're in so much trouble." And I'm like, I'm at East Gardens. My head really hurts. I have a migraine." He's like, "You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You haven't had one of those in years. You're just trying to get out. We know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get out of that assignment you haven't done. Everybody knows. Just give up." I'm like, no. It's real, Tom. It's real. So he comes to East Gardens to pick me up, and I had to act. I had to act, and so I was like, "Oh, I'm dying." My head. And so I made him. So okay, when I had migraines when I was a kid, I was so badly immobilized by the migraines that I couldn't walk without an assist. So what I would do if it was okay enough, like if I was okay enough, I would grab the person's shoulder, close my eyes, and then walk really slowly with them. And that's what I did with him. To convince him that I was sick. We walked from one end of the West Field all the way to the car park on the other side of the West Field, really fucking slowly, like this. Oh my god. It's so fucking funny, man. Yep. And nobody believed it. Nobody believed it. And I put on the act for days and days and days. And I was committed to the fucking role. I was like, I won't break before they break. And to be fair to them, they didn't break. I didn't break either. I waited the entire 2 weeks before I went back to school. And I waited at home. Whenever mum went to work, nobody was home, I worked on the project. And I finally finished it. And then when I came back to school, I handed it in. I was like, I didn't hand it in immediately because that would be too sus. But the first thing that I had to do was I had to go to the English teacher. And she was like, so what happened? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, I explained the migraine story. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, listen, you're 2 weeks late for the project. I can understand though this is a sensitive topic. Blah, blah, blah. Can you get the project done? I'm like, yeah, I can get it done for you. Can you give me until tomorrow? I'd already had it done. It was in my bag, but I was like, I've got to keep this lie going and keep it convincing. So I was like, can you give me at least until tomorrow? She's like, yeah, take your time. We'll give you 3 days. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I took the full 3 days and then I handed it in and I didn't lose any points. It was great. It was great. It's like the one and only time I've ever been good at lying. I am terrible at lying. You ask me to lie right now, you will be able to tell that I am lying. I guarantee you. But I was so committed to the act, to the role. It was like my purpose in life to get that project done late and still get, peak marks, not losing marks off a late hand-in. Not Tom as in ice, as in, hold on.
I'm really impressed how dedicated you were to the lying. Well played, Blake. Well played.
Thank you. It wasn't my finest moment. It wasn't my proudest moment. I can tell you for sure, if I went back to school, if I had the chance to go back to school and relive it, there's a lot of stuff that I would change now as an adult. I think I would be the favorite student. I think I would, maybe not the smartest student, but I would be the favorite student because I would get things done. I wouldn't procrastinate that badly. I would procrastinate, but I would work smart. That is for sure. I didn't work smart when I was a kid. I was a dumb fuck when it came to that. But yeah, no, it wasn't our Tom. This is Mum's husband, Tom. Have you ever told your mum that story? Oh, she knows. She knows. Where's my phone? Hi, Mom. I'm streaming right now.
I'm sleeping.
It's a quick one. It's a quick one. It's only 9 o'clock. You're not sleeping. Don't lie.
I am. I mean, I'm sick. I've had food poisoning for the last 3 days.
Wow, it runs in the family, chat. Listen, really quickly. I was just telling the chat about the time where I had a fake migraine and Tom had to pick me up at East Gardens. Can you tell them really quickly, really briefly about that? Like, is it true?
Yeah, of course it's true. You didn't want to do your HSC exam, so you pretended that you were sick. You had a migraine.
No, you only had a migraine when you got caught.
Yeah, you ran away. You ran away from your exam. And then I actually get a phone call from the teacher, from your coordinator, saying Blake didn't turn up for his maths HSC exam.
Was it math? I thought it was English.
No, I think it was.
And it wasn't an exam. No, it definitely wasn't an exam. It was an assignment.
No, it was an an exam.
No, it was an assignment because I did it when you weren't at home.
Anyway, and I get a phone call from the teacher to say that you didn't turn up, and it was midday or something. So I don't know what you did all day, but we couldn't find you. I kept calling you, the phone kept ringing out, or you eventually turned it off completely, and then Tom actually found you at East Gardens wandering around, and then as soon as you saw him, you started doing the your hands on your head, and like, oh, I can't see, I've got a migraine, can't see, and Tom had to basically carry you out of East Gardens while you were pretending that you were sick.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for retelling the story. They didn't believe me.
Yeah. Alright, bye.
Bye. Enjoy your sleep.
Will do.
I don't think she's sick. I think she's full of shit. It definitely wasn't math. I remember it being English, that's for sure. And it wasn't an exam. It wasn't an exam. It was a project. Because I 100% did the project. It couldn't have been HSC exam because it was mid of the year. Anyway, whatever. Steffo, welcome. You just missed an amazing story. I have to take my eardrops now, chat. Razan, do you want to take over the stream for 2 minutes while I awkwardly take my eardrops? Oh, Edward, come on, man. Fine, I'll quickly spin the wheel. Alright, let's have a look. What are we gonna get? Woo! Let's go! No glasses here to skip it. Excellent. Alright. Now here's the question. Do you want to watch me put this in my ear? Or should I do that AFK? Because it's pretty disgusting. Not gonna lie. Do it, AFK. Here, let me do a poll. Watch the insertion? Yes. No. Right, 1 minute poll. Do you want to watch me insert the eardrops? Oh my god, everybody's voting yes. I didn't look at 7TV at all today. I was pretty busy doing nothing. No, don't make it a 50-50. If it's a 50-50, I'm doing it on stream. Okay, how about this? Instead of the 16 star 5 attempts, until 7TV is working, I will not do the 5 attempts. In fact, how would I even go about fixing that? It's bright. Alright. Tell me how to fix it. In the meantime, I gotta insert this in both ears and lean back for like a minute. Oh, you can't even see. can't tell if it's come out. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Wow. What an angle. Oh my god, you have to squeeze the blue bit. Thank you, Jess. I'm retarded. Well, I felt liquid go in, so I assumed it worked. It's both ears, Adriano. Alexa, stop. Oh. Alexa, start a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
No, it is in a lot of pain. A lot more pain than a blocked nose. It feels like I'm deaf. Because I don't know if you can tell, but I find myself, when I talk, I'm shouting. I'm like talking louder than I usually do. And that's because I can't gauge my volume. Like, both ears are completely blocked. I hear really, really faintly, but it's extremely muffled. It's like I'm underwater. But the worst part is, specifically with my right ear, I'm getting a lot of sharp pains. Alexa, stop. So, okay, did I have to download something for 7TV? Because I guess I just didn't download it if it's working on your channel, Jess. But I'm pretty sure I downloaded the extension, didn't I? I definitely linked it. That's for sure. Yo, Dav, how you doing? How do you download the extension? Where's the extension? Oh, dude, you just missed me putting my eardrops in. Go to the home page. Downloads. Okay, here we go. I guess it's not added to my Chrome. I thought I did this. Icon will be visible. Manage your extensions. Oh, I just got the shivers. So will it work straight away, or would I have to like refresh the page? What do I want to do? What are the emotes we're using? We really using Gachi Dance? You know what? Yeah, it's working for me. There you go. Fixed. Well, shit. That was a quick fix. Now we have to play Mario. Sag. Playing Mario because the wheel told me to. Sag. Alright, let's get this done. 5 attempts and then we can go back to just chatting. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. My controller cable is all the way over there. Remind me, chat, I can take my meds. I can take my Panadol in half an hour. Oh, can I get one of those emotes now? I want to see if it shows up on my OBS. On my stream. It doesn't work on my OBS. I think I would have to refresh my OBS for it to show up there. So like next time I go live, it'll probably show up on stream. But for now it probably won't. That is a shame.
Hey, Mario. Hello.
Oh, gotta love the controller never fucking working.
It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Alright, first attempt, let's go.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle and bake a cake with me. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Yeah, I know, Rosin. I know. I know how to do it. I'll get it up on my phone. Oh, yeah, sorry. I need to turn my lo-fi off. Thank you. I literally can't hear the stream. So... hopefully that doesn't invalidate my run. Have pity on me. I am deaf. Oh, fuck. God, I wish I could see the Mario BLG, but I can't. On my OBS. I'm kind of tempted to restart stream just so I can see that. Shit. Oh! Alright, that's a reset. That's one attempt. I'm gonna restart my stream and close OBS and restart. I wanna see these emotes. So I'll be right back.